Hello, good evening. A little bit later tonight, I've had a little bit of a techie moment. I was trying something else out the other day, trying to experiment with the program that I use, and for some reason it just came in tonight and it looked totally different. But hey, we got there in the end, we got it back again. So tonight I thought it was about time that we had a sketch challenge. We haven't had a sketch challenge for a long while. So let's just get that in there. There we go. So I thought I'd introduce you back to the catalogue and go back to basics. So let me get you a shot across there so you can see what I'm up to. So in the annual catalogue we have, just going to remind you at the beginning here, we have some sketches down the bottom here. Stampin' Up have put these in here. I think it's a fabulous idea. If I just get those out of the shadow, can you see those? We're on page 22 in your catalogues, and all of these sketches in here, they're quite small sketches, but they're okay. I tried to copy it quickly and make it bigger, and it didn't work in a hurry, so I have done a photocopy of it, but it's not blown it up, and then at the end is cut off as well. But what you can see from that is I've numbered mine now. I've put them along the top. There's 11 on the top and another 11 underneath. So I've gone 1 to 22 on here. Hi Lynn, hi Shaz. So the sketches in here, I mean, sketches are a fabulous idea. Sometimes when you've lost a bit of mojo and you think, oh, what can I do today? I have customers tell me that all the time, and they just get in a bit of a rut and can't think what to do. So just grab some papers, grab a sketch and see what you can do with it. So I thought tonight that we would just have a look through these. I tried to get them up electronically, but it wasn't going to load for me. So I'll try again because it's now behaving itself. So it might. So just bear with me a sec. No, you say it's not come through. It's not loaded. It's not talking to each. They're not talking to each other. So let's just get out of that. No, we can't do it. So, okay, so let's just have a look through these. There's all sorts of different designs in here, and you can see underneath my catalogue that I thought, right, haven't got these out for a little while. So shall we have a play with some new colours? I've got some whites and some black neutrals, and sometimes the brights offset really lovely are against the black. So I thought I'd have a go with some of those. These I haven't tried yet, but I must take out, we have 40 sheets in here. There are 5 in colours, all of these 5. This one's just going to go over and shut on me, isn't it? Let me just stop that there. I need to save 2 sheets of each of these, so I am going to go through. There are 2 different designs. If I just take one colour for now, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got 4 different designs. This is pretty in pink, and you've got 2 on the back and 2 on the front. So you get 8 sheets per in colour. So you get 8 of each of those, which makes up your 40. So I need to make sure that I've got, for a project I'm doing, well, if I just take one of each, look, this will be the easiest. Take 1, take 2, take 1, and take 2. This is what I often do when I'm taking new papers out of the packet. We take one of each out and play with those. So, oops, one of those and one of those. Who's joining me who's played with these already yet? If you've had these, you've ordered them, you've played with them, do let me know. So I'm going to pop those back in the packet so they all stay together nice and safe. I have got a project in mind with those. Lynn's on here and she knows what I've got to do with those. I only need a couple of each, so that's that. So these are the new in colours. So we have 2 of each. So if we turn the papers over, we have that one on there, and then maybe turn these 2 on the back. You can kind of see the 4 different patterns that we have. So that's just to start us off a little bit. So one of those sketches, I'm going to use this because it's easier to manhandle, and see which one we'd like to do. So just going to pick, I need my glasses down, pick a sketch. I have some greetings with May, so I'm thinking going with something simple to start with. I've done that one before, I know. Bum 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 bum. Haven't got circles handy. I quite like this one with the strips, or that one with the strips, either number 3 or number 17. So let's go with one of those and we'll see where we go to. I'm going to bring this up out of this shadow if I can, so that you can take a screenshot if you want. Just like so. Like I said, I've chopped the end one off in the printer. But they are a good inspiration. The other source of inspiration is the catalogue, of course. Pinterest. A lot of us use Pinterest for inspiration. So just shout out if you've got any favourite combinations here. I'd like to use one of these two, and then maybe a pinky. I mean, just as they lay there, I think I quite like those. But then I quite like those. They're more floral. Those could be standalone, couldn't they? How do we feel about those ones? Okay, to discard a couple. Sometimes it can be overwhelming if you've got too many colours on the table at once. So I'm just going to narrow this down. We've got those two. We've got Petunia Pop and those ones. So we've narrowed that down now, keeping those in the same order. Get rid of those with the others. So I'm going to start by cutting. These are cut down already, so let's just put those to one side a sec, and we're just going to work on some of the papers. So because we've got sketches here with 3 panels, I'm taking a hazarding a guess that they're going to be about 1-inch panels. So if I grab my little mini trimmer, Smudge was with us, Chaz, but she's gone off now. She's gone for she had a wash on the chair beside me and now she's disappeared. So I'm going to pick out 3 different patterns. So as they sit there, I like the bubbles on that one. I like the florals on one. Maybe have those as the florals. And then one of the other patterns. It's florals. Look at that one. That's a different pattern, isn't it? So let's have those 3. So we're going to take off 1-inch strips off these. I think 1 should be enough. If we think about going across the front of a card, it's actually 4 1/4 inches. So if I do 3, thinking of this one, yeah, I'm going to do 1 inch. So depending on the trimmer that you're using, if you've got the bigger trimmer, I might just show you actually, because that's too easy for me and you can't get that. So on here, if you use this trimmer, you've heard me probably say several times, if you use the biggest part to keep hold of, this is your measurements on here just for 1 inch, you can line it up on this side of the trimmer. It just goes a little bit further, but it gives you a whole hand to hold that down with, and then you can cut that out. Okay, and then this one, we'll do the same, bring it in, turn it because there's a corner just curling up a little bit, and take that off. And then this one here, and 1 inch on there. So just on that line there. We've got loads, you can make loads of sketches from one card here. So if I do cut us a thick white base, I might map that with some papers. And then we do need a circle of some sort, but I think I can bridge that one because of what I've got in mind. So I'm going to get a thick white base. Okay, I've got some base cards in the back here already, so I'm going to use one of those. And then I'm going to take you one from the black as well. There's a reason for my madness. Okay, I want you to show you, we might actually take two strips off there. With design a series paper, it is tempting to want to cut more than one at once. Just a little caveat with that, if you do, as they stack up, even if you're holding them really carefully, when you cut that line, the 3 can squish a little bit, so you might not find it's a true pattern, true straight line. So kind of just bear that one in mind. So this one, I'm turning them over as well, so we've got 2 different looks. So it doesn't look identical. So that's the back of that one. And then this one here. I don't even know if there's football on tonight. Anybody know if there's football playing? I've got a feeling there is, because I heard that the soaps weren't running. Okay, so I'm going to do one on black and then one on white, just so that you can see the difference here. So if we just, I think we kind of need those in the middle, don't we? 1, 2 and 3. There we go. So you can see how the colours can pop on there quite nicely. Going back to where I was. This is a ribbon that's wrapped around. So leaning over to my little trug on the floor here, I have all of the in colours, the ribbons. So we want to keep that one, and that one out. So let's get rid of those. And we have some gems there as well, which is good. So that's definitely on this. We're looking at this one here at the moment. And that strip going around there, that could equally as easily be a piece of card going across. It looks like there's a little bow tied or something on there. But it's just a piece of inspiration. That is purely all it is. You interpret it how you want that. You can turn a sketch that way on. Okay, you can turn it at that way. You can have a tent fold, you can have a side fold. There's so many different ways you can work it. Now we need to shorten these, and I think I'm going to take an inch off those to start with and see how I go. So if I come back into this little one now, okay, and just chop that off. Go for an inch and see how that's going to look on our card. Yep, I think it'll be just about right. Okay, so no waste, they go over there, and just gonna take this through. That one on. It's very quiet on here tonight, so I think the preview did go up. Where are you guys watching me from? Are you on the YouTube side or the Facebook side? I wonder if one side wasn't working. Okay, so we've got 3, 2, and 1. There we go. So there's 3 quick strips, and then we can pick any one of those colours out to do our panels with. Now, so these are going to measure 1 by 5. If we use our ruler at the top here, we can check that is 1 by 5. So I'm cutting it in inches just because the 6-inch papers, that's how they start. So I'm going to just grab some of these. I've got this one here. So if I wanted to have a little tiny matte layer on there, I would be going for maybe 1 1/8 by 4 1/8. Let's just try and see how we go. So we'll go on here 1 1/8. Just a tiny little matte layer, but we'll do that twice because we've got 2 cards. 1 1/8. You can pick a round amount on your centimetres as well, just whatever you fancy working in. So we've got 5, haven't we? 5 1/8. So this is going to look. Hey, we've got some more. Stamp with Joy. Hi, Joy. I'm just mounting these onto a piece of the same because they're pattern papers. It will just stand that little bit proud. It doesn't show so much on that one, but it will probably show more on this one. Just bear with me. So 4 1/8. Oh, 5 1/8. Sorry. 5 1/8. Nearly getting there. You love the colours together. I do. They are a really nice collection. The ones last year, those not last year's, the year before, the ones we had that were really, really bright, they had a funny way, but they did work. They really did work. So I kind of love those as well. And I still have some left to use up. And I know what I'm going to do with them. That's always a good sign. I actually bought, that's a full card, don't want that one. Go back to that. I actually bought some more when they were in the clearance rack sale. And I have them stashed away for a project. So, Joy, have you been using any of the sketches in the annual catalogue? I think it's a fabulous idea to put them in there. It's 22, so even if you did, there's enough there for 2 a month. nearly, and getting the colours, getting your sketches done two a month. That's for that one. It's a bit random tonight, just picking out for the sketch challenge, what shall I play with? What haven't I played with for a little while? That helps as well, just to get something out that you haven't used for a while. So we had a bit of a treat at the weekend, because as demos we can pre-order. There's a demonstrator event online on Saturday, and as such we could actually pre-order a bundle of products that are coming in the mini catalogue in September. So it's really good chance to get those early, so it's a big incentive to take part, and I'm loving the bundle that I got. So it's a really nice one. So I'm doing 1 1/8 on this, just because the paper started in inches. The paper started in inches. There you go. Last one on here, like so. There we go. So that's the last. So I need my Tombow. Okay. I have got a new little gadget I want to show you, actually. I will have that out and ready for you, another upcoming. Not quite there yet. Oh, bless you. You can case these ones then, Joy, can't you? Now, those of you who follow us on the Global Inspiration Stamp Team group, if you're customers of ours or team, we have a global group that meets up once every 2 months to bring you some presentations, some live presentations like I'm doing here. We don't have a particular product type, we have a theme. And the next theme, so if you're not in the group and you wish to contact myself, if you're in America, you can contact Joy if you're one of her customers. And it's going to be the 12th and 13th of July. So it's not long to go, a couple of weeks. And then we will be all online demonstrating products. And the theme is holiday, yes, Christmas, isn't it? But holidays being different in different parts of the globe. Obviously our friends in Australia, holidays, whatever holidays mean to you. So there'll be quite a lot of variation in there. I am a true Christmas one. I am doing Christmas. Oops. These keep wobbling, look. Even with me tweezers. I want to just move that along a little bit. I think it might be easy if I do these landscape. Just to get them down. I can tell it's getting very warm in here. I've had the big fan blasting out all day. I think hubby said it was 29 degrees. Now we had 29 degrees over in Portugal the 2 weeks we were away. Crazy that we've now got the temperatures they've got. Let's start this way. I love how some of these patterns are bold and some of them are quite delicate. You've got some busier ones and some quieter ones. It makes a big difference. Got to have a variety in there, haven't we? And also, it's up to you whether you want to put these on pads or not, 3D pads. Okay, I tend to like to put my sentiment on pads. And I'm going to be using the Unbounded Beauty, Unbounded Love Bundle, the one with the frames in it. Okay, so there we've got our 3 strips on each one. So then we're just going to place those evenly. I've got some very sticky fingers here, so I'm just going to get a wet wipe. I think I glued myself instead of the paper. There we go, just wipe that glue off. Easily done, isn't it? It's colours on the back, yeah, on the black look striking, definitely. This is what I wanted to show. Again, when you're looking at a sketch, you interpret it however you want to interpret it. But it's a case of try it with a neutral as well. Bold, bright colours do look good on black. So I want to get these fairly evenly spaced. Glasses are up and down like a yo-yo. So I kind of want to get this spaced evenly top to bottom, but I also want to get the middle one down first. If you really, really have to, you could get the ruler out, but I'm not that bad. So I'm going to start with this end one actually. If I get the two end ones down and then get that one in the middle. 32 degrees, good grief, Joy. That's hot. 29 was hot for us. Very hot. We've had some really lousy weather. Before we went away, we had some really, really awful weather. And then we've come back to the sunshine. We said we brought it with us. Everybody was asking for the sun, so we brought it with us. So I'm trying to get the outer ones together, but while keeping the top and bottom level. So it's just eyeball. I'm not getting a ruler out. I'm just eyeballing it like so. And if those two are good and they look straight top and bottom, this one's just going to slot in there nicely. Okay. But it just shows you a simple sketch in a book and give you some inspiration. Okay, that one on there. And that can also go that way on. Like I said, it can go sideways, it can go upright. I'm doing it the way the sketch is just for today. Now I've got a judge for my spacings. Which way up do I want that? Put that way up. There we go. So I can see how much of a gap I've got on the left because the cards are the same size. Top to bottom, check. And this one. There we go. Somebody was asking today, have you yesterday I think it was, for the 25th, have you started your Christmas cards yet? As crafters, have we started? Well, I've made samples for products to showcase products, so I suppose I have made a few. Hello, you've come back. Is your daddy gone to bed? Oh, she's gone out again. She's fickle, isn't she? So there's those. So then we've got the circle on that sketch. Where's my magazine gone? I'll do this one, it's easier. So on here, we're doing this one here. So the sketch on there has got a circle on it. Now, the circle can be, I thought, could be from the Unbounded Love, this one here. We've got lots of sentiments on here, and we have got panels in here that we can die cut the shapes. Now, just because a sketch has a circle on it, it could be a square, it could be a flower, it could be a focal point. It really doesn't have to be. All of these are just ideas. So like here we have one with a circle in the middle. You could put a flower on there and then have a sentiment behind it. And it doesn't have to stay the same as what the sketch is. You can jig it, you can change, oh bless Jazz, you can change your measurements, you can change your proportions. It's just purely a starting point. That's all it is. So what I'm going to do on here, I'm going to have a piece of the ribbon. Now I think I'm deciding I love my purple most, so I think I'm going to have a piece of that through the middle. Or having said that, as green is in the middle, would it look better balanced to have a green? Or shall we have one of each? We'll leave those out, we'll have one of each. But then I'm going to put a sentiment. So what do I want for a sentiment? I like the happy birthday. Yeah. I do like happy birthday. I think I'm just going to keep to that one. But you see, we have these frames. We have different sorts of frames. So we can mix and match and make our own thing up. We're just going to have a focal image. It doesn't have to stay down here where the sketch was. It could be at the top here. The ribbon can go at the top. So it's just taking something and then interpreting. So I'm going to cut a couple of those out because I know that hello, Shaz has said hello to you. You'll have to wait for your treats. She's indignant, isn't she? Now, I have my blocks here somewhere on the stitches. No, we will borrow that one back, shall we? Are you guarding? Yes. Are you guarding that one for me? Very vocal as always. So because we've got the black in here, I am going to use my Memento. Got some tape there that I've used. So I'm going to use Memento to bring that black back through. And then I'm going to have the dies there ready to cut those out. And we just want some white to stamp on. There we go. Not using scraps today. I'm being generous. On that. Be easier if I just do two the same. Always good to have some cards in abeyance. Now, the cards that I did for you on Sunday, I finished those cards. I sat, yes, don't laugh. I sat up till 1:30. I was just playing. I hadn't got a busy day the next day, so I thought I'll just play because I could. My dad's words, because I can. So I just sat up and played, and I got the television on, and I had a lovely time. So I just played with those extra cards. They've been laid out over my table here since then, but what I did was I've taken photos already, and I will be posting those when I go back through and put the fan on after this. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this one in here. I do like the fact that we've got so many dies in this set, and they all go with different greetings. And of course you can mix and match them with other sets. You don't have to stick to what's here. It's a bit like punch when we had the oval punches. You can use for so many different things. Hi Jean. Lovely chatting to you earlier. And we've got a date in the diary. We might catch up. That's even better. Fingers crossed. I think it's going to happen. So I'll check my emails when I come off here. So that's a nice big sentiment. I don't think this was the layer that goes inside it, but oh, she says. I think we could try that one just to be slightly different. There we go. That is just, as long as you get your positioning right, get all of those little digits in there. And try that one. Can't remember if it was an innie and outie or what it is. Okay. Oh, look. Ah, that doesn't come quite as I wanted. Yeah, this is the outie. I've lost my letter opener. Yeah, this is the frame. This is a white one, so that won't really work on there. Okay, we could do that in a different colour because of what we've got here. Let me just take that off. But that is our happy birthday, so we could put one of those frames in a different colour around the outside of that one. So let's do that. And we're going to do it the same colour as the ribbon will do on that card. So we're going to do the Summer Splash. Let's do that one. Do a little bit of a jigsaw on this. Fingers crossed. I just got to check my emails, and I hopefully there'll be a response in there. So now we've got the same in reverse. We've got the little, in fact, I think I'm going to use that one, and I'll keep that for something else. Do that one, and then this one. That will go in there. No, we don't need that one, do we? We just want to put this one around the outside to give it a little bit of a frame, like so. We can do that. Okay, and I'll keep that with the white one. Yeah, I like that. I'm not so keen on that piece with the frilly bit, so I'm going to quickly stamp another black one. and see if there's a different shape that will fit. Just to make a little bit of variety. Variety's the spice of life, they say, don't they? So if I go in here, I quite like that one actually. This one. And be careful with these dies because some of them are just an outer frame and haven't got any guts, so to speak, in the middle. It's nice playing. Very quiet conversation on here tonight, isn't it? I think everybody must be on the football. Or because I went over the hour the other night. That was a long one on Sunday. Okie doke. So there's the other one. There's one on there, look. So that's those two. That's that. So we're just going to come along there with a dot of Tombow. We're going to pop this one down. Now, because there are holes around the outside of this, we kind of need to make sure that they're all poked out so they're all the same. So we'll have little tiny holes on there. Some have fallen out and some haven't, just as part of the detail. And one more. There we go. And tweezers. There. I'm just going to mount that around the edge there. Just put some little dots just around the edges here. We don't have to have lots on there. Okay. How many of you wish that, this is a cryptic question, how many of you wish that Tombow was in a smaller nibbed bottle? Because I love the glue. I'm very, very gentle with it, and I know you've gone back in. One just went through the back and didn't come off. There we go. I might have a little answer for you. It's not a cheap solution, but it is a good solution. So we'll bring that to you on one of the Sundays. I'm not quite there yet. There you go, look at that. Look at that for a nice little greeting. Just doing a double mat on there. Now, obviously we're going to put some ribbon on there, and because I've sealed those down, I would have liked to have put them around the back. But what I'm going to do is actually have a slanty line here. Do the same on that. Okay. I did an example of wrapping it around the back the other day, didn't I? So this is going to be our piece of ribbon, and that's going to go up on there. Now that will confuse you being up there for this one, so because we're doing the sketch challenges, I'm going to have it down here where the other ones were. Okay, so that'll tie in nicely. So we're going to have some, oh, don't say I put them away. I think I did. My tape. Baker's twine, I've got baker's twine. I've got to have to get up, sorry girls. I really could do with sitting on that end desk, but it's just not a good backdrop there. And the lights aren't so good, I'd be behind my own light. So all I'm going to do here is line this up on a mat, on one of the lines on my grid mat. Go for, I like to pick a particular line out. I'm going to come in a little bit, I'm going for that line. And so as I come across here, I want to be on that same line that side. So just hold those still. Okay, is that going to be, I think we're about there. You have got a little bit of forgiving with it. And this is tear and tape, so you can literally do what it says on the tin. And tear it instead of using scissors to snip. There we go. So that's peeled off the tape, and I'm just going to place this each end down over that. Okay, it will cover up the tape and it won't fall off. And then we're going to put dimensionals on here. In the bin. There we go. So the card I was playing with yesterday, I decided to add some accents with the enamel, the pearlized enamel liquids. And I will feature them shortly coming up when we do some Christmas ones. And I was using that, and I woke up this morning, I've got a whole chunk of this pearly white on here and loads over that nail, and I think there was somewhere else as well. So I managed to get onto me, and just looking at my scissors, can you see my pretty scissors? I think I got a lot on those as well. Oh. You add a couple of drops of water to loosen it a bit and then transfer it to the nib bottle. Okay. I have you up on the big TV tonight. Oh no. Oh, she's reacting to Smudge's meows. Oh, bless her. Bless. They are amazing, aren't they? So this one was actually a tent card because it was already a base card for me. We'll put some gems on here in a sec. We're just going to come back to this one. So we can put this one just to be different. We can put that up the top there. And I'm going to use the purple on this one. The Petunia Pop, to give it its proper name. So I'm going to go this way and grab the scissors, slanty line. There we go. And we'll do the same with the tape. Pop that one over there out of the way and line that up. So the tape went here. Okay. So we'll come across on a particular line. So say it along that thick line there. So we're going to go there, and we're going to come to there. I think we're good. And pick that off. And there we go. That's going to come on there. That doesn't look long enough, but it is. She says, yeah, that's fine. There we go. And this is our sentiment. Now, if we wanted to, we could just... I had ink pads somewhere, didn't I? I'm sure I got ink pads out. It's ribbons I got out, wasn't it? As I say, if you wanted to, you could actually just dust around the edge. But the detail is there in the actual label. It's got all those really tight, really detailed dots on there. I don't know if you can see it. But they are really, really good. So we're going to put some on here as well. Make sure we've got enough. So that's one in each corner and one in the middle. These are a little bit older, these ones. These are slightly flatter, I think, than the others. They're more of a creamy backings on there. And they've got blue and white on the back. We used to label them like that, but I found them in some kits that I was rehashing. So we've got that. Just going either side evenly in the middle. Okay, so we've got just a couple of different effects there. And then we need the gems that I got out here. So we have the glimmer gems. These are the sparkly ones. I don't know if you can see that. They're kind of like a bit sparkly side. And then we have the dull ones. These are the matte ones. Okay. I think on these, the bold ones will stand out well. So let's think about what we're going to do. I'll go with the ribbon colours again because it just kind of ties it back in. And I do like my 3 down from the top. So I think I'll go with my green. I'm going to do a small. Just wiggling that. A large. All right, and another small. Oh, I know what I've done here. Just a sec. Just going to lift those off. I've used the green. I've used the Shy Shamrock instead of the Summer Splash. They are close. And with my glasses on and off, I've used the wrong one. So can't do that. They don't go. So Summer Splash is down here. So we'll do a little one. There we go. Back to normal. One of those. Much better. And a little one again. There we go. So there's 3 on there, like so. Oh, whoops, smaller nib. Where are we? Smaller nib would be great. Yes, I know. I have bought myself a new gadget. It wasn't a cheap purchase, but I'm just having a look around before I share it with you. And I'm going to be decanting the Tombow into that. And it's got a trigger on it. It's a very good mechanism. And water it to it. And yeah, the slant on the happy birthday, that's really nice. It's really good, that one. I do like that too. So this one, I don't want to put the 3 down the corner there because it'll look over heavy. So I might just put some randomly. So we have the little purple ones in here to go with our ribbon. So we can just put something on there random. Just random in a light piece there. And where can we go? We can put one down there. So you've got three little gems on there. Okay, like so. 3 little maids from school, hey? Oops, that one's come off. Back over there so I don't lose it. I can put a dot of glue on there. There we go. He'll be fine. So there we go. So we're going back to the sketch challenge. I think we met our criteria there. We had 3 strips down, and we had a sentiment in a circle or a shape, any shape, and we had some ribbon going around. We didn't have a knot on there. If you wanted to, we could add a bow or literally a knot. But I think it's going to be over heavy on there now because that one's got 2 there that haven't got the glue on that have fallen off. Yeah, this works well, but I'm just showing you the interpretation of the sketches. You can do so much more with them. They don't have to be exactly as they are. They are just getting you a thought process and getting it down onto the paper. Aha, the trigger glue. Do you really want to say it now? It's a bit, I'm just coming to the end, but hey, this is the trigger gun. Whoops. And one of the American demos is using it, and they've done the same. It comes with an empty bottle, so you can decant the glue into here, and it sits in a little dish. I have covered up the brand name. I'm not promoting another brand name, but I'm putting Tombow in here. Unscrew it. Has got a needle in here, but it's a stronger needle than what we have. So with the Tombow in there, it's got a little mat to sit in. And if I grab your piece of card, I did have a scrap here somewhere. This one's got the fine tip on it, and it's literally just squeezing it like a little gun, and it just comes out easily. So I'm just going to run that along there, okay, and run it down there like so. So I'm trying to find the cheapest place to get those from, and then I will share that with you. And then the needle just comes in the end there like so. The other bottle has a slightly bigger nib, but I like this one anyway because our Tombow is so wonderful. You don't need to have a lot of glue, and I think that will help a lot of people to keep less glue. I see people with the Tombow and literally squeezing it with both fingers and like hard like this, and it comes out so thick, and it doesn't need to be because our glue is just so strong. It doesn't need to have a lot. Great cards, easily yes, thanks Joy. Perfect as is. They're so lovely. Are very good for those that struggle with hand strength. Absolutely. But I think that coming out the nozzle, you haven't got to squeeze it, so yes, your hand strength, but the trigger is so very delicate, it really doesn't need much to it. So let me do some more research and find the cheapest way of getting those, and I will share those with you. Okay, what's that? Oh bless, that's just someone's reacted to it. So anyway, I'm going to get you back down to me, take that off and bring you across. Okay, there we go. So I'll post those 2 up, but I've got the other day's ones to post as well. I've done the photos for them already, so you'll have those coming up. And lastly, I just want to remind you that the bundles, if you see any bundles that you like, whether they're in the catalogue, whether they're on the online exclusives, and you want to have, you've got them on your wish list, there is a further 10% off those still. So they're already a bundle price with 10% off. You can get another 10% off till Sunday night, till the end of the month. And that also includes both machines. So that's the big machine and the little baby machine. Okay, so both of those have got an extra 10% off. So fabulous bargains, but it finishes at close of business on Sunday. Okay, in your own market. So like in America, in you know, whatever midnight time is, the cut-off time is for your market. Okay, for us it's 11 o'clock. So yeah, just to remind you, just give me a shout. I had to look somebody today who wanted the baby machine anyway, and I've saved her £6.95 postage because she's getting it through me, and I've got an order going through, so she doesn't have to pay postage. She can come and collect it from me, and also that she gets another 10% off that she didn't know about. So do just give that some thought and let me know if there's anything you need before Sunday night. Bless you, Shaz. Thanks ever so much. Lovely to see everybody tonight. Nice to have some simple cards, a simple sketch, and just, it will look so different with different papers. So whatever you have that you need to use, you want to use, a colour theme for somebody who you know likes that paper, whatever it might be, just do a quick, grab yourself a quick sketch. It's there in the catalogue in front of you, and just see how they turn out. And please share them with me. I'd love to see them. So do come and tag them on the bottom of this one and say, right, here's my sketch week that I did this week. Okay, it'd be lovely. Anyway, I will say cheerio, and I won't go over the hour then, look. Anyway, tally bye for now, and see you all.